Hey everyone, thank you so much for clicking on my channel. I am super excited about this Halloween Mombie look. I really didn't know what I was going to do. I am not super experienced in special effects makeup or anything like that, so I wanted something that would be easy and fun and, you know, kind of relatable, like being a Mombie. So I used my NARS Sheer Glow foundation, and the reason I grabbed that one is just because it's the lightest one that I have right now, and I wasn't super focused on like getting full coverage or anything like that. In fact, I was trying to do the opposite. I want it to be very patchy. I want my skin to show through. And with the concealer, I'm just putting this on the high points of my face. Normally I would put it on my under eye area, but I want that area to look very sallow, and I want you to see the bags under my eyes and see the purples and the blues. I want all that to show through. So this is the Urban Decay Naked Weightless Skin Concealer, and I'm just placing it on the high points of my face and anywhere that I kind of want to bring forward. And then I'm grabbing these two eyeshadows from the Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette to set that, and then I went ahead and grabbed like a white shimmery shadow instead because I thought it just showed up a little bit better. Plus it kind of acted as my highlight. And then I'm grabbing my RCMA No Color powder and using that to bake all those high areas so that they are extra bright. For my contour, I'm using the Morphe 35K palette and kind of just picking from all those grays at the bottom. I'm using the matte ones as opposed to the shimmery ones. I wasn't expecting this color to be that pigmented, so I went in kind of hard and had to really spend some time blending it out. So I grabbed one of my brown bronzer shades and kind of went over it to make sure that it was really well blended. And then I wanted to sharpen up the line underneath, so I just grabbed a sponge wedge and some of that RCMA powder again, and I'm just cleaning up the edges of that contour so that it's super sharp. And I'm also kind of just tapping it along the top to kind of clean up and make it less harsh, even though it's pretty harsh, but it's supposed to be. I am a zombie. And now I'm grabbing a matte bronzer from the Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette, and I'm using that just to kind of carve out more of the hollows of my cheeks there. So I kind of wanted that gray to kind of blow out and diffuse and kind of gradiate down to a brown. And I'm grabbing that same matte gray shadow from the 35K palette, and I'm using that to contour my nose. I'm also creating some depth to the inner corners of my eyes, and then cleaning up the edges of that contour by just baking and sharpening up those lines. Now I'm grabbing that same matte gray eyeshadow from the 35K palette and running that on my lower lash line, and then I'm going to be blending that out with just a clean blending brush. Clean-ish, you know, clean-ish. And then I put a little bit of a red color from the 35K palette. Actually, this one was from the Kat Von D palette. And I'm using that to blend out and smoke out that gray. And then I grabbed a gray color with a blue undertone, and I'm using that to kind of create like a bruising effect on my eyes. Because Lord knows, when you're tired and dehydrated and just exhausted, those under eye bags come out. I'm also using that same gray with the blue undertone and just putting that in the inner corners of my eyes. You want to have a lot of depth to the colors, so I'm doing a lot of like going back and forth between grays and browns and blues. And then I'm just creating some depth and shadow to some other areas of my face, around my nose, in my cupid's bow area. So I'm just kind of putting it on there, and then I'm going to blend it out till it looks less harsh and more kind of blown out and diffused. I'm going to jump off camera here in a second and put my eyebrows on and do some shading on my neck as well. I wanted to cancel out the color in my lips, so I'm just grabbing that same concealer I used earlier and tapping it all over my lips so that they look very pale and dead, because that's what we're going for. And then I'm grabbing that same gray shadow that I used under my eyes and just placing this on the very inner rim of my lips. And then I did grab a little bit of that brownish red color and I did the same thing there. For lashes, I'm using Juvia's Place lashes from their Let's Lash It Out collection. These are the Lulu lashes. They're super dramatic, but I wanted to be a glam zombie, so even though Mombie life is not super glam, but that's okay. And then I'm just using a little mascara to make sure that my natural lashes blend together with the false lashes. And this is the final look. I hope you guys really like this. It was super easy to do, actually. Just needed a few eyeshadows to pull this off and some glam eyelashes, which are everywhere right now. You can grab big dramatic lashes in the Halloween stores or kind of on the end caps if you're at a superstore. And I really hope that you recreate this look because I think it would be super fun and funny for Halloween, because everybody knows that mom life is just sometimes an exhausting life, but it's all worth it. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below if there's any other Halloween looks you'd like to see. It's not really my forte, but I'm definitely willing to give it a chance. So I hope you guys love it. And as always, I hope you have a fantastic day.